Godrej Smart Care, professionals at your call.
So we have the stabilizer PCB and control PCB and a transformer of GLR 99, GLR 225. It's same for all these models. So this is the stabilizer PCB which originally comes along with the machine, but recently the stabilizer PCB has been changed a little bit. So there is a different code which will come. The code is given over here. This is how it looks. The stabilizer PCB which comes as an alternative for this. Both are the same. There is no difference except for the layout of the different terminals. So let's see how the terminals have to be relayed out. So if I take out this PCB from this box, the first thing that you see is this is a smaller size PCB and this is a bigger one. See, so there will be a doubt in our mind that this bigger one will not fit in this box, but it will easily fit. It has been checked and this bigger PCB is also fitting, and there are mounting holes given for the bigger PCB also. Over here, these outer mounting bolts can be used for this PCB. So that is one doubt which has been cleared. Then the second thing is, how do we change the termination from the old PCB to the new PCB, because the terminals layout has been changed. So if I keep both of them side by side, so we are keeping both of them side by side. So in the old PCB, what we have is, we have a incoming cable, that is power incoming cable, which comes to the point called C and 2, and then there is a power outgoing from the stabilizer which goes from the point C and 1. It goes to the control PCB. So this is the input and this is the output of the stabilizers. These two connectors are the same, but you have to carefully note down in which connector goes to which connection. So I will start with the input lines for this. Okay, so similarly for the input line, the main input line which is coming over here for this PCB, and here in the new PCB it's given, clearly given AC in. So here is where you should put the input line. So this input line from CN1 will go to AC in. This is the AC in. Here is where it will go to, and you can fix it like this. Okay. Now for the power output line. The power output line is here in the old PCB on the connector CN1. We remove this power output line, and here in the new PCB we have this AC out connection. So this is where the power output line goes. So this power output line to the control PCB has been connected over here. Now we come to the next connections. These are the transformer connections. There are two connections for the transformer. One is a 5-wire connection and the other one is a 2-wire connection. 5-wire and the 2-wire connection. This 2-wire connection is an input for the stabilizer, and this 5-wire connection is the connectivity to the different terminals or the different windings of the transformer. So these two have to be refitted in the new PCB. In the new PCB, we have both these connectors side by side, so you don't have to look anywhere else. There is one 5-pin and one 2-pin connector. We just have to remove this 5-pin from here. From the old PCB, I am removing the transformer's 5-pin connector, and I am just replacing it on the 5-pin connector of the modified stabilizer PCB. Now I will remove the 2-pin connector of the transformer, and in the new PCB it is just next to the 5-pin connector, very easy to locate. So both the transformer connections are also done. Now what remains is only the LED connection. So we remove this LED connection from the old stabilizer, and in the new stabilizer PCB there are two connectors given. One is a small connector where you will fit the LED connector. You can see panel LED written over here, so it is an indication that LED connector should be connected over here, and this connector you should leave as it is. You should leave it empty because this is for some other purpose. Here we don't have any wires to connect to this connector, so this has to be left open. So when you connect the new stabilizer PCB like this, you can replace it in the same box without changing the dimensions, without changing the box. There are mountings given for this big PCB also in the same box. So the small PCB or the big stabilizer PCB, both of them are one of the same, and both of them can be easily mounted in the existing box, and the wires can directly be fitted one on one.